Attention, ladies and gentlemen! It's a pleasure to be here with you all. My name is Marcelo Fernandez. Today, June 13th, 2023, we are getting started in our session number 2 of this White Belt Certification Program. I would love to know, how are you doing today? If you can type here for me in our chat window, how are you feeling today? Are you happy, excited? Are you hungry to learn more about Lean Six Sigma? Hello, Jeron. Hello, Mozen. Hello, Nelson. Hello, Samuel. Hello, Ian. Hello, Patrick. So I can see fine, fabulous, excited, fantastic, good, great, wonderful. More than 70,000 people were certified as white belt for free by me in this live mechanism. I don't know anyone else that has trained live, instructor-led live sessions this number of people. And again, from more than 100 countries, more specifically 108 countries. Yes, and you all are very close to become certified white belts as well. Okay, before we get started, I just would like to thank you all so very much for your messages on LinkedIn, messages via email, messages on Facebook, Instagram, here on YouTube. So many messages of appreciation, saying that you've enjoyed session number 1, that you've learned a lot of new things, that you had a lot of aha moments, a lot of eye-opening moments. Thank you so very much. You can be sure that each word that you wrote came straight to my heart and to the hearts of the people that work for MF OPEX. Okay? I am truly, truly, truly happy. Truly, truly happy for that. And let me ask you something. Okay? Quick content review. If I had to separate Lean from Six Sigma, which one has more to do with waste reduction? Type here for me. And guys, if you are not able to type, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, if you can type on your cell phone or in your computer, that's amazing. It's not mandatory to type. Beautiful. I can see a lot of lean. Amazing. And remember that lean will be reducing waste, maximizing value. And value, it's not what I like in the product or in the service. It's really what the customer likes. So if you want to be a good continuous improvement professional, you must exercise listening to the voice of the customer. It is not your voice. It's not the voice of the developer. It's not the voice of your boss. It's the voice of the customer. And sometimes this voice is spoken, sometimes this voice is unspoken. and then you must observe, and then you must infer, then you must project. Yes? So lean is about waste reduction, but remember, if you don't know what is value to your customer, you cannot eliminate waste. If you go try eliminating waste without knowing what's important to your customer, you will be cutting important things. Okay? And we definitely do not want to eliminate important things, what we call value added elements or activities in our processes. Beautiful, wonderful. So if lean has to do with waste reduction, Six Sigma has to do with what? Reduction of what? Six Sigma has to do with the reduction of, or please type here for me. Six Sigma has to do, beautiful Catherine, beautiful Lian, variation reduction. Remember that in this planet, it is impossible to produce two things that are exactly the same. Impossible, impossible, impossible. Yeah, why? Because process input, they vary. Material varies, manpower varies, method, machine, environment, the temperature, the pressure, the humidity. Beautiful. And we want to reduce variation, because if we reduce variation, very likely we will improve predictability. And predictability has to do with management. Yeah? Wonderful. Okay, Marcelo, but how will I apply these concepts? How do we apply these concepts? Reduce variation, reduce waste. I know that Lean Six Sigma is applicable for chronic problems, for systemic problems, but how do we apply these concepts? Running projects. And in order to run a project, you need to have a framework. Right, Jan? Beautiful. Who remembers the 5 letters? The 5 letters. DMAIC, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. I wish from the very bottom of my heart that DMAIC right now is already solid in your heart. Okay, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. The concept. Today is the most important session, and I'll be running a project. I'm going to present some data. We will run analysis together, statistical analysis together. We'll go step by step, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. A full project. So you can internalize these concepts even more. Okay? Beautiful. So we are talking about define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. We are talking about statistics, inferential statistics. We are talking about pyramid structure, how to connect the problem to dollars. Okay, we are talking about root cause analysis, corrective actions, actions to maintain your positive results obtained. We are talking about variation reduction. We are talking about waste reduction. But at the end of the day, we are here studying a new method, learning a new method with the objective of improving what? One word. Who remembers? I love that, Adesha. Corrective action and preventive action. I love that. Thank you for sharing. Improving what? One word. One word. It is for you. It is for you. For your professional career. Because remember that companies, we will improve cost, quality, beautiful in the processes. But what will happen for you? Like in 6 months from now, in 1 year from now, when you check your employability. Beautiful, Liana. Beautiful. When you check your employability will be on another level. It happened in my life. It happened in the lives of many of my students. Many of my students, thousands and thousands and thousands. So please look here in my eyes. I am your mentor. I am giving 200% to be the best mentor possible. We have an amazing method. Right mentor, right method. This is one of the most powerful combinations to impact your professional career. Type yes on a scale from 0 to 10, how much did you understand that? At the end of the day, we are talking about your professional career. So you can apply to jobs, at a different level with much more chances. You can be a much better professional in the company where you work for or on a new company. Yeah? You can change from sector. I'm so happy to see this number of 10s. Wonderful. Yeah, a lot of 9s too. That's amazing. Yeah? Guys, because of your level of engagement, because of so many beautiful things that you all wrote to me and to my team yesterday after session 1, before we jump...
Ok, isso é o que eu encontrei na internet.
Siri, before we jump and go ahead to the simulated project, I would like to offer an act of appreciation to give back the love that you gave to me after session 1. Is that okay? Can I offer here for 2 minutes, an act of appreciation, a cultural gift, yeah, for you? Is that okay? As I've mentioned yesterday, I come from a family of musicians. My father is a maestro. My mother is a piano teacher, yeah? And I also play the guitar. And here in Brazil, it's very common. This nylon string guitar, yeah, very, very popular. And one of the most famous rhythms in Brazil is samba, yeah. In fact, samba's origin is in Africa. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but Brazil has a strong and beautiful influence from the African culture. Yeah, and so we can say that samba is a Brazilian rhythm, but in fact, the genesis of samba is in Africa. As you know, I am almost done with my flu. I got a flu, and that's why I'm coughing regularly. So, but even knowing that I am not 100%, I would like to offer a samba for you, okay? This is a samba named Mais Que Nada from the movie Rio, okay? Sai da minha frente que eu quero passar. O samba está animado e o que eu quero é sambar. Este samba que é um misto de maracatu, samba de preto velho, samba de preto tu. Mas que nada, um samba como esse tão legal, você não vai querer que eu chegue no final. Come on everybody. samba que é um misto de maracatu. Samba de preto velho, samba de preto tu. Mais que nada, um samba como esse tão legal. Você não vai querer que eu cheguei no final. Attention, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for joining me in this white belt certification program. It's a pleasure, it's an honor to have each of you here. Thank you very much. I hope you are ready now to run your first DMake project. Your first DMake project to really internalize the concepts and at the very end to positively impact your career. Thank you guys, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. I truly appreciate your words and your reaction here. Thank you so very much. Okay, are you ready for some DMake content? Yes or not? Type here for me. Guys, many people asking me about the other levels, okay? Yellow, green, black, and master black belt, okay? If you were one of these people, type here for me. Or if you are a person that is interested on the next levels, type here for me. At this point, please let's focus on finishing white belt respectfully and with love. I know that it's common for us to feel kind of anxious and to know the next steps. So with love, now it's time to focus on white belt. If you can stay until the end of this session today, I'll be talking a little bit more about your next level. Your next level is a combo of yellow and green belt. That is your next level. Yellow and green belt. Okay, so just keep it in mind. Marcelo, I want to go straight to black belt. I want to go straight to master belt. No, don't do that. Don't do that. One step at a time. One step at a time. Okay, white belt, and after that the combo yellow and green. Doing yellow first and then green. Okay, so stay here, stay tuned until the end of this session. I'll be giving more details about that. Yeah, I know it's normal, mainly when you are excited with the first step, you want to know more about the other steps. Yes, if you don't mind, I just would like to share a few seconds of two green belt students. Okay.
Hey everyone, my name is Alexandre. I'm from Brazil, just like Marcelo, and I was one of his white belt students a couple of years ago in 2018. And then I did the yellow belt, the green belt, and the black belt course. Nowadays, I work as an independent consultant here in Brazil and also as a Lean Six Sigma instructor as well. Marcelo taught me a lot of great things, not only about the technical part of Lean Six Sigma, such as Minitab, the Lean tools, but also about the soft skills. And one of the things that I really enjoyed in this learning experience is the way that Marcelo teaches statistics. I had a lot of fun while I was learning standard deviation and things that I didn't used to like in the past. I actually hated that. Standard deviation and normal distributions and probability calculations. I thought I was not able to understand it at all. Really like to thank you, Marcelo, for everything that he's done for me so far. Nowadays, I feel lucky to be able to say that I pay all of my bills with operational excellence, mostly Lean Six Sigma. And I wish you all the best experience in this journey as well. Thanks a lot, Marcelo.
As I was doing the course, I was applying all the things that I have learned. I put it in the companies every day they say, Romeo, where these tools come from? The managers as well in the company, they say, we are very glad that you come with this. And I can tell you, the result was absolutely brilliant because we have dropped the waste almost zero in 3 months. So I'm very glad that I have make big improvements for this company, and they happy with me, of course.
Wonderful. Do you have pen and paper? Yes, let's get started. And I hope you remember that we'll have Lean Six Sigma content, simulated project, test and certificate 100% free. I hope you remember that in your certificate you will have my credentials so the employer can check anything that he or she wants to check. There is also an authenticity code at the left bottom part of the certificate. Remember that many companies are looking for professionals that know about Lean Six Sigma, like Novelis, aluminum rolling, like Heineken, like General Mills, like Portobello Construction. Yeah? Now it's time to take your pen and paper to run our simulated project. Who remembers the name of this amazing food? If you remember the name of this amazing food, type here for me, what is the name of that? Who remembers? Yes, cheese bread. Okay, cheese bread. So, our simulated project is related to this problem, okay? My cheese bread is taking way too long. Clients are complaining about the delivery time for the cheese bread. Yeah? Customers are complaining. Who remembers the first phase of our framework? What's the name of the first phase of our framework? Who remembers? Define. Beautiful. Guys, I like to take note because then I have a sense of time if I am going, too slow or too fast. Yes, and you can also give me here any feedback about that as well. Okay, so define. We need to work on the problem statement. Define problem statement. And for that, I strongly recommend you to use the pyramid structure. Very simple. At the top of the pyramid, an introduction. At the bottom, we have the negative consequences in financial terms. Yeah? So let's suppose What's a good name for a restaurant? Type here for me. What's a good name for a restaurant? You guys will tell me. What's a good name for a restaurant? Let me see here. Machado cheese bread. I like that. Machado cheese bread. Phantasmagoria's cheese. Reimagine cheese. Tiffany's. Oh. Lovejoy restaurant. Lovejoy restaurant. That's a good one too. Lovejoy restaurant. You know, so Lovejoy restaurant. A respected place in Rio is facing some challenges in terms of delivery time for the most important product, cheese bread, in parentheses, cheese bread. This problem must be solved, or this process must be improved. Yeah, this problem must be solved, or this problem must be reduced, minimized. Otherwise, now you guys tell me, why should we worry about having customers complaining on cheese bread in terms of delivery time? Why should we be worried about that? Why? Reputational risk, that's okay, we can put that, but remember, dollars, losing customers, beautiful. So revenue reduction, loss of sales, loss of revenue, loss of business may be on a very catastrophic projection. We could argue that we need to shut the doors down. Yeah. So and obviously we would love, to quantify that. But on the fine phase, if you can just say, hey, customers will stop buying. So revenue reduction. Profit reduction. And it's okay if they are kind of somehow connected. It's okay. You can put items that are not mutually exclusive. So you can put revenue reduction, profit reduction, lose clients, and potentially close the restaurant on a very catastrophic vision. But why are we doing that? On define phase, you must check if your project is relevant or not. So take a look. Lovejoy Restaurant, a respected place in Rio de Janeiro, is facing some challenges in terms of delivery time for the most important product, that is cheese bread. This problem must be solved. Customers must stop complaining about delivery time. We must reduce delivery time. We must speed up the process. Otherwise, we will lose revenue, or we will keep losing revenue. We will lose profit. Profit will be reduced. We'll lose clients. We will have a reduction in terms of market share, maybe. And we can potentially close the restaurant. Ladies and gentlemen, type here for me if you are more of a technical person or if you are more of a business person. Type here for me. You are more technical, you have like deep technical knowledge, or you are more of a business person. You are more into operations, or you are more into sales and strategy and okay. So I see a lot of technical, I see business, I saw one both. Yeah, but where I saw a person that runs a company. So if you are a business person, probably you already know that you need to articulate very well the benefits of your project. But if you are more of a technical person, as I was in the past I was 100% technical. Normally technical people, they love tools. They love methods. They love systems, equipment. They love the technicalities. They love the details. And there is nothing wrong with that. But remember that technicality is a vehicle. It is not a destination. Destination is benefits to customer. It is value to customer. So please, when you are selecting your project or when you are working on anything, in your corporate, in your own business, please reflect about the connection of what you are doing and what is important to customer. Because if what you are doing is not important to customer, there is a good chance that you are wasting time and money and energy. Because if your customer is not getting the proper value, if your customer is unhappy, is not satisfied, there will be an impact in terms of dollars in your company. And if your company is not financially healthy, everything else is dead. I don't care if you have the best measurement system in the planet. If you don't have revenue, your company is dead. I had a chance to work, my very first job was at Philips. I think all of you guys know Philips Displays from the Netherlands. Philips has a lot of different products. I had a chance to work in a cathode ray tube company. It's the old TV before LCD, before plasma, before the big TVs. It was the most amazing process I have ever seen. Like the quality culture at Philips is just amazing, amazing. We had KPIs, we had like a lot of scraps tending to zero, you know, a lot of Lean Six Sigma projects running, amazing. But back in 2004, LCD came in. So customers did not want cathode ray tube anymore. We call this a product disruption. It's an extreme situation, you know, but I think it is very valuable to express this message that regardless if your process is zero defect or not, you must check how connected are you to customer needs. Simple like that. And again, technical people tend to focus on the vehicle only. I am a technical person. Guys, I am a technical person. I had to learn about, you know, business strategy, like what they call helicopter view, end-to-end view. It's an exercise, like music. You can practice and you can get better. Like gym, you know, like playing soccer, you can train. You can get better on that. So please write down, define phase on any DMake project is an amazing opportunity for all of us to exercise the business way of thinking, business mindset. It's more than technical. I am not saying that technical is not important. Technical is super important, but business is more. Business is more. Guys, I am from operations, but sales is more important than operations. Marcelo, but if my operation is not good, then it's harder to sell. I know that. I know that. But is it possible? Is it possible? Is it possible to have amazing operations and zero sales? Yes. Is it possible? It is possible. It is possible. So, why not having both? Why not having both? We can have both. Lean Six Sigma is a technical method, but beautifully and strongly connected to the business strategy. Strongly connected. By the way, in my career, I saw so many master black belts that were technically very strong but not very well succeeded because they were lacking the connection to what we are calling here business way of thinking. Think that this is your company. Think that you are the owner of this company. Yeah? So what is customer saying about the service or the product? Yeah, does it make sense? Type here for me, yes or not. Does it make sense? Yeah? Define phase. Okay, what is the next phase? Who remembers? Who remembers? Yes? Beautiful. Who remembers? What's the next phase after define phase? Who remembers? Beautiful, Odesha. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, thank you. So, customers are saying that the cheese bread is taking too long. Okay. And I know that cheese bread taking too long. I know this is a problem. Okay. 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 Using our business way of thinking, we know that it can impact revenue, profit, market share, and we can even eventually shut the doors. Yeah, close the restaurant eventually. Measure. Now we must, at this point, you all must be hungry for something. Come on, guys. Measure is all about the size of the problem. So at this point, I hope you are hungry for what? Let me see. Yes, Shenolo. I hope my pronunciation is good enough. Yes, Tetu, Lewis. Yes, now it's data. At this point, you must be hungry for that. You must be hungry for that. Hungry. Hungry for that. And guys, this is the first level in the Lean Six Sigma certification journey. So I'm gonna respect the beginners. My focus here is beginners, entry level. So if you have some knowledge about statistics, yes, stay calm. During the white belt, I do not speak, fancy, sophisticated words. I keep as simple as possible because I'm thinking on my customer. And my most important customer segment is the entry level. I want to respect, I want to honor the people that are coming here without knowing Lean Six Sigma. Without knowing Lean Six Sigma. Yeah? So even knowing that I'll be opening up a statistical software here, my language will be extremely simple. My conversation will be extremely simple. And again, to touch here, yeah, and then here. Yes, let's go there. I was able to get 30 samples or a sample by the size 30. I am using a software named Minitab, yes, and I have here 30 numbers. Can you see? I have 30 numbers. Type yes if you can see my screen. 30 numbers. So I'm gonna assume that this is a sample that is representative of our process. Yes, sample by the size of 30, where one cheese bread was delivered in 14.1 minutes. Another cheese bread was delivered in 12.9 minutes. Another cheese bread in 13.9. Another in 5.8. Another in 8.5. 10.9. Marcelo, how did you get this data? Well, I was during the morning in the restaurant and I randomly selected, 3 cheese breads. Then during the afternoon, another 3. Then next day, another 3. Then next day, another 3. Marcelo, how can you guarantee that 3 is good enough? Technicalities that I will not explore today. I do explore this in our Greenbelt training. Sample size, power, confidence level, confidence interval, margin of error. Yes, now I just want to keep as simple as possible. And I need to check if you guys remember something from yesterday's session. I have 30 data points. What can I do with these data points? What can I do? What would you do? Yes, Roberto, I agree with you. Apparently, it varies a lot. Variation is huge. I agree with you. What can you do? So Jerome said average. Okay, we can calculate average. But remember, remember that average is dangerous. Mean is dangerous. So we need to calculate or to observe what on top of average. Average is important, but it's not enough. So, ladies and gentlemen, write down on measure phase, it is brutally important to plot your data over time. Over time. Wow, so the first data point I got on Monday morning. The second data point, Monday mid-morning. 30 data point, Monday at the end of the morning. Fourth data point, at the beginning of the afternoon. You know? Oh, so, ladies and gentlemen. Attention! Attention, ladies and gentlemen! Attention! It is powerful to plot your data and understand the behavior of your process over time. This is powerful because you can check for trends, for process shift. You can check for outbreaks. Simple. Marcelo, do I need to use Minitab? No, you can use Excel. Marcelo, I don't have Excel. No, you can use anything. You can even plot on pen and paper. You can plot on pen and paper. Yeah, so let me show here. Let me see if I need to do that. No, I think mine is in Portuguese, but I think we are good. Because I was delivering some trainings in Portuguese. Let me see if it is okay. And once again, please don't worry about the technicalities. Don't worry about the technicalities. Yeah? Yeah, no, I'm gonna do something here, guys. Let me just change. I was teaching in Portuguese. Let me just change for English. Boom, boom, boom. So this software has this capability, you know. You can easily change the language. Yeah, when you are delivering live trainings, sometimes it happens, you know. Sometimes it happens. It was in Portuguese and now I'm changing to English. Let's see. Yeah, so now we are good. Live experience. Now we are good. So let me plot here. And I want to ask you, can you see that there is a mean of 9.22? Can you see that? Type yes if you can. And you can write down. So the average delivery time is 9.2 minutes or 9.22 if you prefer. But you can easily see that this process varies quite a lot. There is something that we call control limits that, again, I will not go into the technicalities. 3 standard deviations to one side, 3 standard deviations to another side, but then you need to estimate standard deviation of the population using the moving range. I'll not be talking about moving range, nor the unbiased constants, you know, D2, D3, D4. I'll not be talking about that. To respect the people that are starting this journey from the very beginning. Okay? Just know that there are 2 limits that will express to us the limits where our process can vary. Yeah, it's not only the lowest value and the highest value. It's a calculation to give you some estimation in terms of how much your process can vary. So your process can vary from 1.25 minutes. The next cheese bread can be from 1.25 to 17.19. So please take note of that. From 1.25 to 17.19. I need to check something here. How do you feel when you see a picture like that? Type one word that translates how do you feel when you see a picture like that in terms of excitement. Yeah? Yeah, because like type yes if you can see that the process varies quite a lot. We just have each of that data point of these data points plotted and then connected with a thin line. Yes, that's the only thing that we are expressing here. And we do connect these data points just to give you a sense of trend. Of trend. Yeah? Now I want to show you something. We found out that the limit established by the customer is 10 minutes. So customers are happy if they get the cheese bread up to 10 minutes. So let me put here 10 minutes. I hope you can see this line. 10 minutes. This is client limit. Minutes. Now I want to check who is on the same page and who is not. I'm gonna argue on something. There is a beautiful Power BI dashboard, and I'm not against Power BI. Or simply a PowerPoint slide, or simply a graph presented on a meeting with a bar that is 9.22. And this bar is green. It's green because our customer wants up to 10 minutes. And on average, we are at the 9.2 mark. So we are good. I would love to know, please react to this statement. I am there with my PowerPoint or Power BI or, with a simple graph, with a simple bar, 9.22, we don't have a problem. We don't have a problem. Because on average, we are at the 9.2 and our customer limit is 10. So we are good. Type agree or type disagree. Type agree or type disagree. Type agree or type disagree. Guys, remember from yesterday, we cannot make conclusions based on average. The average is beautiful, 9.22, but my process varies a lot. So you need to disagree. You need to disagree. See, all these data points here, Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We could also include this guy here. That's kind of a bottom line, borderline. 14 data points. Guys, 14 data points out of 30. 14 data points out of 30 are out of spec. Out of spec. So if you take 14 divided by 30, we have 40, let's say 47%. You can write down that. 47% of the cheese breads are out of spec. Can you see how dangerous mean can be? Yes or not? Type here for me. Can you see how dangerous mean can be? I could argue that 9.22 we are good. Yeah? This is eye-opening, right? This is life-changing. From June 13th on, every time that you see someone saying, on average, you will respectfully ask for the data. Respectfully ask for the data. And you go one level down. Just plot the individual data points. Just that over time. So in our measure phase, we can say right now, the mean is at 9.22, but our process varies from 1.25 to 17.19. And we had 47% of the cheese breads outside spec, outside specification limit. Who is excited? Type excited here. Can you feel that this kind of conversation is more professional? This is more professional. This is the opposite of guessing. This is being assertive. Ladies and gentlemen, market pays for professionals that speak this language. Market loves professionals that speak this language. This is about being more assertive. This is about stopping guessing. This is about putting your employability to the next level. Yes or not? This is serious conversation. Don't be an amateur of simply plotting averages when talking about continuous improvement. Don't be an amateur. And by the way, I wish from the very bottom of my heart that you never operate with means when investigating a structural problem, a chronic problem. Never again. Never again. I would expect to see an amen here. Never again. Never again. Never again. What's the next phase right now? Analyze phase. Analyze phase. Now, analyze is about what? Now I know that we have a problem. Customers are complaining. This problem is relevant because I am losing money, losing revenue, profit. Now I know the size of the problem. Wow, 47% of the customers are out of spec. The mean is at 9.22, varying from 1.25 to 17.19. Now I want to understand why. Why is it happening? Why is it happening? Why is it happening? Analyze phase. Why did we have one cheese bread that was delivered in 14 minutes and another cheese bread 14 minutes? 14 minutes. Why? 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 And why did we have a cheese bread that was produced in 2 minutes? And now I need to know if you have this kind of uncomfortable situation. Type here yes if you are this kind of person that when you look to a scenario like that, you are crazy on a good sense. You are crazy to understand why is it happening. Type here yes if you are this kind of person. I am crazy. Maybe I will not sleep. I will not go to bed until I find why is it happening. If you are this kind of person, know that market values professionals that are uncomfortable with processes out of control. If you feel hungry to go ahead and identify the causes, know that market loves this kind of professionals. I had a chance to travel to more than 50 countries to help people from all over the globe, to run more than 500 projects, Lean Six Sigma projects. Still running. To get my financial independence back in 2017. To give a good life to my family, to my core family, and to the expanded family, yeah, my siblings and my, with this. That's what I do. That's what I do. That's what I do. That's what I do for living. This is serious conversation. This is serious conversation. This is not a math exercise, a statistical exercise only. No. No. This is a brutal change in our mindsets because we guess. People guess. People love to operate on trial and error. Let's try and see. We try and see. For some things, trial and error works, but for structural problem solving, no. For chronic problems, trial and error doesn't work. You must something more robust, more professional. And that's the method. That's the method. Now, on analyze phase, we have 2 legs. Ladies and gentlemen, write down 2 legs. Go to Gemba. Gemba, it's a Japanese word that means workplace. Go to Gemba, workplace. Go to Gemba, walk the process. Smell the process. Touch the machine. Talk to the operators, ladies and gentlemen, regardless if you are a president, a vice president, if you are a director, please talk to the operators. Walk the process. This is the Japanese school of management. Different, very different from the American school of management, where they trust in data only. The other leg is data, statistical analysis. But let's operate with 2 legs. Go to Gemba, talk to people, feel the process. touch, smell the process. Go to, don't stay in your office only. Your hands must be dirty in a good sense, regardless if you are the CEO. And also data analysis. Go to Gemba data analysis. Go to Gemba data analysis. And I have some data to show you here. And let me see how excited do you feel. I have some data. For each cheese bread, I had the cheese bread brand, the oven brand, the shift, the employee, and the day of week. This is so powerful because now I can start segmenting. Segmentation. Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Segmentation is pure gold. Segmentation is power. Segmentation is the core principle of root cause analysis. Principle, it's more than a concept. It's more than a tool, more than a technique. A principle is timeless. It's universal. It's timeless. It works now. It worked 100 years ago. It will work 500 years later. And it's universal. It works here in South Africa, in Ghana, in Scotland, in Japan, in the United. It's a principle. Segmentation is a principle. So you have 30 cheese breads, but few cheese breads were produced with this cheese bread brand, and other cheese breads were produced with another cheese bread brand, and another cheese bread was produced with a different cheese bread brand. Wow, beautiful. Segment, stratify to check if cheese bread brand influences delivery time. Y as a function of X. I want to check if delivery time is a function of cheese bread brand. Wow. Who is following me? Type yes if you are following me. Segmentation is the core principle in analyze phase, in root cause analysis. Again, don't worry about the technicalities. I'm using a technique named analysis of variance. Yeah? I want to check how does delivery time behave according to the cheese bread brand. Yeah? And here I have the delivery time. This is the mean per brand. But I do have a margin of error. I have a margin of error here for each mean. What is the best cheese bread brand? What is the best cheese bread brand? What is the best cheese bread brand? Type here for me. What is the best cheese bread brand? Yeah, so see that many people are saying that is wonderful bread. Why? Because it's the lowest delivery time. It's the lowest delivery time. For wonderful bread, we have 8.2 minutes. For I love cheese, we have 10 minutes. For amazing cheese, we have 9.4. I just calculated the mean per brand, the delivery time mean per brand. Marcelo, but you told us, don't rely on mean. Don't rely on average. That's why we have the margin of error. That's why we have the margin of error. Because I know that they are different, but can I go ahead and call my boss and say, from now on, buy only wonderful bread? Attention, ladies and gentlemen, from now on, buy only wonderful bread. Buy only wonderful bread. Can I do that? Yes or not? Can I do that? Yes or not? I cannot do that. I cannot do that because the margin of errors are overlapping themselves. There is an overlap in terms of margin of error here. See? And there is an overlap with the margin of error here. Very differently from, take a look here, from shift. Whoa. Now for shift there is no overlap. And what's the best shift? What is the best shift? What is the best shift? Afternoon or morning? What's the best shift? Afternoon or morning? So afternoon is the best shift. Morning, there is something going on during the morning. Ladies and gentlemen, there is something going on during the morning. Because the difference is what we call statistically significant. So professional. So professional. My root cause analysis must be driven by decisions that are statistically significant, not because I think, not because I guess. Because data is pointing me to morning. And then, what do? I go and I walk the process. I walk the process during the morning. What about cheese bread brand? There is a difference, or there are differences, but these differences are not statistically significant. Are not, because the margin of errors are overlapping. But shift, no. Shift, the difference is huge. Now let's just quickly check the other factors. Oven brand. Do you think oven brand smells root cause? Yes or not? Do you think oven brand smells root cause? Yes or not? I'm gonna wait you. Do you think oven brand smells root cause? Yes or not? There is a difference, but the difference is not statistically significant. It's not. At least with the data that we have. Let's check with employee. The waiter and the waitress, John and Mary. Do you think the difference is statistically significant? No, because there is an overlap. So John and Mary. Yeah, the difference is not statistically significant. It's not. What about days of week? days of week. No, no. It is not, because there is an overlap here between Monday, for example, and all the other days. So out of the five factors, cheese bread brand, oven brand, shift, employee, and day of week, there was only one that smells root cause. Only one. Who was that? Which factor was that? And I am saying factor because, in fact, days, it does not represent like a factor, it's a block. But again, I don't want to go into the technicalities. Only shift. And then after a good data analysis, what do we do? We go and we walk the process. Guys, I don't want to rush, okay? Remember that I told you that is approximately 90 minutes. Today, I will go a little bit over 90 minutes. Type okay if you are good, because I don't want to rush. Yeah? I want to respect the process. Yeah? I want to respect the process. Is that okay if we go a little bit over? Yeah? I believe I will need 20 more minutes with you. Yeah? Now I will go and walk the process. And then I notice that John is sitting. There are two waiters. There are two employees, John and Mary. John is sitting at a table with 5 customers. And John is laughing. John is sitting he's the waiter. He's sitting at the table laughing. And apparently when he says something, all the other 5 clients, they laugh as well. Apparently, these clients, they love John. But the problem is that there is a kind of backlog of cheese breads being formed, at the balcony. And then Mary is running like crazy, but she cannot absorb all the demand. And apparently, that's why there are customers complaining about the cheese bread delivery time. 100% of the complaints of delivery time are concentrated during the morning. So the root cause is really John not supporting Mary during the morning. And then I go back to data. And I'm gonna run here another analysis. We call this regression. And again, please don't worry about the technicalities. I wanna check how does delivery time behave according to shift and employee. I want to check something that we call interaction. Yeah? I want to check interaction. Yeah, the combination. And then I found this very interesting situation. The blue line is John. The red line is Mary. Okay? And then I have John. You guys tell me, how is John during the afternoon? Good or bad? You guys tell me. How is John during the afternoon? You guys tell me. How is John during the afternoon? He is excellent. John during the afternoon is here. Guys, John during the afternoon, his average time is around 4 minutes. He's amazing. He's amazing. The problem of John is John during the morning. And by the way, sometimes he goes and he helps Mary. But not every time. Not every time. So the problem is really and truly concentrated on John during the afternoon. That's the problem. That's the problem. And probably John is creating some problems to Mary as well during the morning. During the morning, I'm sorry. The problem is John during the morning. John during the morning. Now we are going to improve phase, corrective actions. Now we are going to improve phase. And ladies and gentlemen, come here. How is your energy? How is your energy? From 0 to 10. How is your energy? Your excitement? Type here for me. Yeah, this is the most important part of our session number 2. We have used data, statistical analysis. We went to Gemba. We found out a root cause that is John during the morning, that he is sitting with some clients, 90% of the leaders at this point would do what with John? Type here for me. 90% of the leaders would do what with John? Type here. Would do what with John? Type here for me. Would fire. Would fire John. We know that. Unfortunately, many times the solution will be a job rotation, or unfortunately, sometimes firing an employee, unfortunately. But that should be the very last alternative. Before that, ladies and gentlemen, talk to the employee. Talk to the employee. Listen to the voice of the employee. Listen to the voice of the employee. Because then John said that he is sitting there because these 5 customers, they love the restaurant, the food, and they are spending a lot of money. They are retired people. By the way, this simulated project is strongly inspired on a project that I had a chance to run in my city on a restaurant. These 5 customers, they are very loyal. They spend a lot of money in the restaurant. And then John understands that he needs to give a proper care to these 5 customers. So if you give a chance to John to speak by going to Gemba and listening to the operator, you can go back and check what data. And then you go back and check data and you see that 50% of the revenue during the morning comes from these 5 guys. They spend a lot of money. A lot of money. They spend a lot of money. They are true VIP customers. And they love John. So you may fire John. You may solve this delivery problem, but you'll be creating another problem that will impact your revenue. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? Yes or not? So one of the solutions would be to hire an hourly paid employee for the morning. Marcelo, but then we are increasing cost. There is a clear and easy payback. There is. Put only the morning, an hourly paid employee to deliver the cheese breads, to the other customers, and leave John working during the morning shift as he is working, because there is value. So see, that's the difference. When you understand the concept of value, you do not simply cut things that you think were waste. John sitting at the customer table is not waste. It's pure value added. But you will only know that if you respect your people. So a Lean Six Sigma professional must respect people. You are starting as a white belt, and then you become a yellow, green, black, master black belt. One of the things that you must be very careful, don't be arrogant when you become a black, master black belt or a green belt. Don't be arrogant. Be humble. You must know that John knows more than you about the process. John knows much more than the president of the restaurant about the process. Why? Because he is the process. So give a chance to John. Hashtag John is good. John is good. John is good. If you are the kind of person that the first action is to fire employees, you must urgently review your way of work. Firing is the very last alternative, very last, after you explored all the other alternatives. Right work, right place. Right work, right place. Right work, right place. Check if the person is doing, the work that is equivalent, that is connected, to herself or to himself. They say that happiness is measured by the distance between who you are and what you do. And it's our mission as belts to help leaders seeing if goalkeepers are operating as goalkeepers, if forwards are operating as forwards. A true amazing belt is always hard on process and soft on people. We are very tough on machine, on material, on method, aggressive, yeah? But on people, no. People, no. Listen to the people. And many times you just need a little bit of humanity. At some level, we are all sick. At some level. We all have family problems. We have our frustrations. Yeah? At some level, all of us are depressed at different levels. So there is a difference between Marcelinho and this microphone. This is an equipment. This is a system. This is a machine. You know? Yeah. There is a difference. A good belt. You are about to become a certified white belt. Please keep this in your heart. Hard on process, machine, material, method, environment. To people, no. Listen to the voice of the employee. Even if the final action is to fire. Because sometimes you have problems like corruption. Yes, sometimes you have a complete disconnection in terms of values, in terms of principles, and unfortunately, but even in this case, my recommendation is that at the end of the day, it's an exercise of love. Empathy, it's an exercise of love. And I think I don't need to talk about the importance of love. And I am a scientist. I am an engineer. I am a researcher. I am a technical person. Yeah? But things like that, respect, honor, love, are definitely on top of any of these fancy statistical analysis. And if you use both, you are unstoppable. If you use both, no one can stop you. Many times it's better to be kind than to be right. Many times, boom, zero. Just listening. And you can listen with empathy, meaning you don't check consistency. You just want to understand what the other person is feeling. Does it make sense? Yes or not? Hard on process, soft on people. Thank you, Ebenezer. Thank you. Okay, what's the last phase of the make? What's the last phase? Okay, so I've hired this hourly paid employee, wonderful, excellent. Now I need to collect new data and check if the process has improved or not, so I can control the improved process. So now I have new data. And by plotting this new data, let's check here. Let's check here. You tell me. Do you think process is improved or not? You tell me. You tell me. Do you see any difference here? Yes or not? So from 9.22, the delivery time was reduced to 4.53. And on top of that, the variation has drastically reduced. The variation has drastically reduced. And I wish from the bottom of my heart that all of you can impact processes like that. I wish from the very bottom of my heart that all of you can promote this kind of positive impact in processes as we saw here. And that's it. That's our simulated project. How beautiful is this picture here? How beautiful is this picture here? Yeah? How beautiful is this picture? Huge improvements, right? Well, well, I think I need 5 more minutes from you guys, okay? Please give us a like. If you are enjoying this session, give us a like. Second, subscribe to our channel, our YouTube channel. If you are enjoying this session, I am running regular, lives on YouTube. So if you subscribe to the channel, you will be informed whenever you see a new content. Yes, I need to ask you, do you think this simulated project helped you to feel the make, to understand the make, define? Our problem is relevant because it has to do with revenue. What's the size of the problem? Wonderful. With statistics, we did an amazing root cause analysis, data analysis and Gamba, data analysis and Gamba, data analysis and going to Gamba. We've implemented solutions respecting people. And now we have checked if before and after the difference is significant. Yeah, and we have improved our processes. Beautiful. Yeah, did you like it? Wonderful. Now you have 2 tasks. The first task is to take your test. Who is excited to become a certified white belt? Type me here. Knowing that this is an official certification process, there is a company from New Zealand that will be checking if you understood the things that I taught here. Normally, who teaches does not certify. I need to ask for a third party to check if you absorbed the concept. If you've absorbed the concepts, you will receive a digital white belt certificate. You have 24 hours from few minutes from now until tomorrow. So take your test in this period of time. Yeah, 24 hours. It's a 30-question test. You have 1 hour. You can take from your cell phone, you can take from your computer. Yes? Wonderful, amazing. Put your first and your last name correctly. Ladies and gentlemen, put your first and last name correctly. If you make mistakes here, we cannot fix for you. We cannot fix for you. So please stay calm. Stay calm and put here, for example, Marcelo Machado Fernandez. You can put 2 last names, that's okay. Your email address, because the certificate will be sent to your email as well. And then you just give here a check in this box. Yes? And then you have 1 hour online to take your test. Stay calm. Yeah? And go for your first certification. Okay. Who is interested in becoming not only white but also yellow and green belt certified? Type here for me. I am interested in becoming yellow and green belt certified. Type here. Type GB. Type GB if you want to become a yellow and green belt. And what's the main difference between a white belt and a green belt? The main difference is that a green belt knows all the tools to run a project, a Lean Six Sigma project. There is a lot of Minitab, there is a lot of process mapping, there is a lot of root cause analysis. So it's a 60-hour course, 60. You have 1 year to course. Yeah, it's a mix of recorded sessions with live mentoring. The content is fully recorded, so you can take at any time from anywhere. but we offer weekly mentoring sessions to help you, live mentoring sessions. It's an amazing journey. The feedback from the students is just wonderful. We have green belts from all over the globe, yes, with their professional careers being immensely positively impacted. Okay, if you are interested in becoming a green belt, you must be approved in the white belt. If you are not approved in the test, you cannot come to the next levels. Okay, so stay calm, take your test. Yeah, I don't think you will need the entire hour. Yeah, maybe much less than that. If you took note, you'll see that this is easy. This is very easy. Yeah, but it's also a way for you to check if this is for you or not. And tomorrow, I'll be presenting 2 case studies, 2 real projects. One that I led when I worked on a manufacturing automotive sector company, and another one from service sector. Yeah, beautiful. We'll have these 2 case studies. We'll have our certification ceremony, yeah, with you all, and then I'll be giving all the details about Greenbelt. And tomorrow we'll be opening up the Greenbelt registration process. So if you are interested in becoming a Greenbelt, you must join us tomorrow on session 3. I'll say that again. If you are interested in becoming a green belt with yellow belt, so it's really 2 courses, 2 tests, 2 certificates, it's very important that you join us tomorrow. Yeah, it's an amazing journey. You know, then we are talking about green belt. I say that green belt opens doors in terms of employability. Yeah, wonderful. But now the very next step is definitely to take your test. Okay, just one final message. If you want to join me on my LinkedIn, please, Marcelo Machado Fernandez, or if you want to point your cell phone here with this QR code, yeah, I'll be honored to have you as, you know, a follower in my LinkedIn. If you are a Facebook person, Professor Marcelo Machado Fernandez. If you are an Instagram person, prof.marcelo.fernandez. It'll be a pleasure. In few minutes, you'll be receiving the link to the test in the WhatsApp groups, yeah, and also very likely on email too. We always ask people to join our WhatsApp because the deliverability of WhatsApp is way better than emails. Email, sometimes it goes to spam, it goes to, or you simply do not open, yes, but WhatsApp we use much more frequently. That's why we ask both, to guarantee that the link to the sessions will be there, and also the test link will be there. Okay, that's it, my dear friends. Thank you so very much. I will say something in advance. Congratulations for your white belt certification. I am confident that you guys will make it. You will become a certified white belt. Okay, so please stay calm. Look, it's open book. It's open book. Please don't consult internet or another person. Yeah, take the test by yourself with your notes. Yeah, it's also an amazing way to check if Lean Six Sigma is for you or not. I had a lot of pleasure staying here with you guys on session 2, and I am looking forward to being with you all tomorrow on session 3 for case studies, for certification ceremony, and also to give all the details about Greenbelt, including investment. Okay, I'll give all the details. Thank you so very much. I wish you all the best in this test. Okay, bye bye. See